Hi, it's Corrine, and today I wanted to share with you how I use digital stamps with my crafts. This is something that I get asked quite often, so I thought I would just do a quick video showing how I use them. Now, there are several ways you can use them. The way I use them, which is easiest for me, and I taught myself how to do it, is through the Silhouette Studio software. I know that you can use them in Word, in Paint, Adobe Photoshop. There's, I'm sure, more ways to use them, but this is how I know how to use it. If you're interested in trying to figure out how to use those in, again, say Paint, you can Google that, and I'm sure there's videos out there showing that. This, like I said, I just taught myself how to do it, so I thought I would share and maybe it can, help somebody out there. So here's my last project I did for Craft Supplies 1. And as you can see on that picture, the word delight is a digital stamp. That's an Allie Edwards digital stamp. And the one right below it is gratitude equals happy heart. That is also a digital stamp. So let me show you how I began that project right there. So I'm going to move this aside. And the background paper was 6¼ by 5. So I'm going to just draw out a rectangle and change my sizes to 6¼ by 5. Okay, and now I'm going to fill it with the digital paper. So I'm going up here to my fill with patterns, and I know that I used the sugar sheet collection. So I'm just going to go down there and show this. And I use this pattern here. Okay, so now the next thing I want to do is add the word, any word. So let me show you, I'm going to get out of this and show you how I do that. So let me minimize this. And the first thing you want to do is open up your browser. And where I find digital stamps from Allie Edwards is Digital Designs. Designer Digitals, excuse me. So it's designerdigitals.com. Okay, right here. And there's lots of places that you can get digital stamps. You can Google digital stamps and you'll find tons of places. I personally love Allie Edwards, so I found her on here, and that's why I tend to go to this site. And they usually have great sales. So go ahead and click on supplies. And now you can just look through what they have here, but I'm going to type in under the search key right here, Allie Edwards. And now it brings up Allie Edwards stamps. And right here is the price. As you'll see, there's a sale on this one. And you can select them and see a little bit closer what they are. But she, as you can see down here, she has tons to choose from. And the reason I like digital stamps is, number one, I can get it immediately. If I like it, I can buy it right away. Number two, they're such a great price, especially if you keep your eye on them for sales, which I usually tend to do. And you can also adjust them quite a bit. So let's say you were going to choose this Happy Heart brushes and stamp. You want to go ahead and select that. Okay, and right here you can click to enlarge it to see it a little bit closer. So let me do that so you can get a better look. Okay, so if you're happy with that, you want to go ahead and hit add to cart. And then it's going to show you your subtotal. You're going to click checkout. And now I already have a account set up with them. If it's your first time, you can select here and it'll ask you just a little bit of information. I don't want to do that because I already have an account set up, but it's very simple general information. You can set up your PayPal account or however you want to do it. Okay, so once you've done that, it will give you a link. It'll say, here's your download link. You want to select that and it will go into your downloads. So let me open up and I'm going to click on Documents and where you normally have your downloads. So mine, it says right there, Downloads, and it'll be a file just like this that will pop up. Okay, it'll be a zipped file. So you want to right click on it, select Extract All, and then go ahead and select Extract. Okay, and here it pops up, Allie Edwards, Yes, Awesome, which is obviously one I've already purchased. So double click on that, and here are all the stamps. So then what I like to do is click on the first one, go all the way down to the very last, which I'm not, this is just a paperwork on it, so I'm not going to select that. I'm going to select down here. I'm going to hold my shift key and select that one, and it will highlight all of those in between. Now I don't need the terms of use. That'll be saved on my computer. I don't want to transfer those. So I'm going to hold my control key and select that to unselect that. Okay, now let me go back to my Silhouette program. What I would do here is have a file set up for those digital stamps. So over here on the left, I'm going to open my library. Okay, and I'm going to scroll all the way down because that's where I have them under words and sayings, and I have a specific file set aside for Allie Edwards. Okay, so I'm going to set up a new one real quick because I don't want to merge the stamps I already have. So Allie Edwards test is what I'll put. Okay, so now I have this open to the Allie Edwards test. Let me go back to my downloads. Okay, so normally I do that part first. I set up the file for it first. So when I extract these and get them ready, I have a place to hurry to go ahead and put them. So now I'm just going to hold one of those, drag it down, and it shows there's 9 different ones. I'm going to hover over my Silhouette Studio and drop it right into that folder that is the Allie Edwards test. And now I know that there were 9, so you want to wait until you see that there's 9, and there is. Okay, now just to finish up on that side of it, what I tend to do is take this zipped file and I keep it in a separate file folder. So wherever you want to keep it, I keep it under Silhouette Downloads. That's what I've named it, things that I have purchased. And then I have a separate right here, Allie Edwards brushes. So that way I have a second copy that they're not just in my Silhouette Studio. So let me close all of this out. I'm back at my Silhouette Studio. And now going back to my project, let me zoom in a little bit on this. Okay, now you don't want to have this selected, how there's a bounding box by it. You don't want to do that. You want to unselect that. Go back to your brushes and choose whatever brush you'd like. So I'm going to choose this one right here. I'm going to double click on it and now it pops up. And now what I love about digital stamps is you can stretch them and make them smaller. Now if you're familiar with the Silhouette Studio, if you go up here to your cut settings, it does not cut out. Okay, so that I tend to use it on something, and then obviously it would cut this piece out. So if you wanted to cut it out to go a step further, then you could highlight it, you could trace it, and then once you trace it, so I'm going to select trace. Yeah, that's a pretty good trace actually. Now this will cut out. So if you wanted to do it on white paper or some other paper, you can do it this way. But I tend to just use them as a stamp. Let me zoom back out. So again, let me bring in my photo here. And this, if you've seen the video, this is a photo I just did a project of, and that's how I use the stamps. You can use any stamps that you want, put them on any project that you want. They're very versatile and fun to play with. So I hope that was clear. If you have Adobe Photoshop, Paint, if you're, I'm not, I have Adobe Photoshop. I haven't dedicated myself to learning it yet, so I'm not very familiar with it. I have to go to my son to ask him questions about it, but I'm sure you can find videos on that. But I highly recommend these digital stamps, and there are tons of, I know Carrie Bradford has a lot of digital stuff that can be purchased. Hers might just be cutouts, but there are tons of digital stamps. You just want to Google that. So if you have any questions that I can help you with, please leave me a comment, and thank you so much for watching.